Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today I'm going to show you how to do a double opening that I call it. Because it's open this way and then it open again this way. So this is part of the cards that I promised I would do a video for when I challenge my team to do fun fold or fancy fold. And this was one of the cards that Sharon done and Ollie done. It was the same fold. So here is the video, and I decided, I'm going to do a quick Halloween one. So first thing you're going to need, it's a piece of cardstock that measure 5.5 by 8.5, score at 4 1/4. We're going to fold that in half. The designer series paper that I'm using, even if I'm using a different print, it's the same one. It's the Halloween night specialty paper on page 51 of the holiday catalog. So I'm just switching the color a little bit, but it's all the same thing. So I'm going to move that aside. Now the next piece that you need 5.5 by 4.5. This one here, I put 4 3/4. Well, I want it a little bit smaller because I want to put my closer right here. So I went a 1/4 inch smaller, but it's all the same thing. So you're going to have the 4.5 at the top here. We're going to score that 1/2 inch. So let's move this. We're going to score this at 1/2 inch. So that is it for the score. Now we're going to take this and we're going to reinforce this. Now for our designer series paper, it is measure 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to glue that at the front of the card here. So, and I wanted the brick side. I could have used the house too, but the way that the fold, it's going to be too distractive. So we're going to, oops, I wanted the brick. So we're going to flip this way. Put that right on top. So I decided to do eggplant. Eggplant and pumpkin pie go very good for Halloween. So now we got this. Now we're going to do our fold there. So what you want to do is take the measure of your cardstock. So 5.5, it's 2 3/4. I'm using the chalk marker, and the reason why I'm using chalk marker, it's so I can see it better. So I'm just going to do a little mark there, and then from this is where you score, go right at the edge there, and I marked 2 inch. So I'm going to do a little mark there. You don't want to do a big mark, just a little one. You're going to do the same thing on the other side, and you're going to do a mark at 2 inch. Now we're going to take our paper cutter, and you're going to put the mark that you did at the groove, inside the groove where it cut, and the other mark there. And you're going to cut that diagonal. So we're going to cut this. We're going to do the same thing, repeat that on the other side. Do this. Now for the tip there, we need our round the corner that I really did forget. And I don't even see where it is, but it has to be close because I just use it. So I don't see my Project Life one, so I'm going to use my old one. I'm going to put that right in the center there. Oops. That don't, it was the big one. So what I'm going to do is just round this up here. It's just I don't want pointy. See, it's just rounded a little bit. Now this part, it's what we're going to cut on the big shot. So let me bring the big shot here. And while we get the big shot, we're going to do everything that we need to do on the big shot because I have to lift you up. Here we go. So I'm using one of the scallop, that it's the layer circle scallop, And this scallop, it is, I'm gonna say 2 1/4. So you can use any one. You can do square, you can do circle, whatever you want. I wanted circle. So this one's gonna be my scallop. We're gonna cut this. Now while we get this, I'm using the same scallop that we did, and we're going to put the next step. So I'm going to nest them together. I want some black, so we're going to glue, roll that together. So where's my So now I got this little thing that we're going to use to put around. So we're going to put that aside. I thought I cut my pumpkin, but I see I didn't cut my pumpkin. And for the pumpkin, I am using the 2 1/8. So I'm going to put that right there. I thought for sure I had cut that, but I can see I didn't. Oops. Make sure this stays in place there. And then for the back of it, I like to have a bigger circle just to add a little something. And this I use heavy cardstock, white whisper, white heavy cardstock, just because we're going to watercolor a little bit. Now I'm using paper pumpkin, the bigger one that we use. You know, we use the smaller one there, and then the bigger one to do our outside. I'm going to use this one. I just want to have an extra layer. That's it. And some of the layer that I'm doing, you don't need to do them. It's just that I wanted extra layers. That's it. Okay, now I'm done with the big shot. Let me remove this. And then we're ready to have some fun. Now we're going to take this, that's a little plastic from the big shot there. We're going to put our glue over here just on the tab that it's for. Oh, now I better bring you down. If not, there we go. Okay, I'm going to put that here. I'm going to take the back of my card here. I'm sorry, everything is seeing alive tonight. I like to fold it just a little bit. I want to make sure I'm going on the right way, because this here needs to go in the front. So here we go. That's going to go there. So it's the back of the card that you're going to glue. Okay, not the front. It's going to go in the front, but it's the back. And you want to use your flap the same color than is your card base, so then it really don't show in the back. So now you see. Now, because you get 2 layers, sometimes it's a little bit tricky. So what you want to do, it's really reinforce this. Here we go. Now what you're going to do, this is what I came up with that make it easier. So remember I said I wanted another color. So what I done, I matched this over here. Well, first let's put that on our pumpkin pie. Remember I said I wanted 2 layers. So you're going to just match that, whatever. You can match the scallop or have it off, whatever you prefer. I'm going to put it off me. Here we go. Now I'm going to put more fast fuse in the back of this. But here what you're going to do, so it's going to match perfect. Match this with your opening here. See? It matched perfect. Close this. Keep that it match. Because it have to match, so it's going to open good. Here we go. Now you can take your pumpkin, but before we do the pumpkin, I'm going to show you quick how I color this. I took the marker, the pumpkin pie marker, and I did the outline of the pumpkin. And if you see my pumpkin, this one I won't put a face. I just put I put the spider on the top, if you see. So you can decide whatever you want to do. The 2 stamp set that I use, it's 2 from the holiday catalog. So I use Halloween scares, and I use Jar of Hunt. So the pumpkin with the top, this was the face on the other one, and then the Happy Halloween inside is this, and the little spider, it's right there. And then I'm using the cat in this. I used the 3 in the other one, and we're using bats, and then the fence. So I'm using both stamp set. So after you're done with the marker, I use my ink pad, just squeeze it, open this, and then just a little bit of water, mix that, and then it's going to give me some different tones, so it's not all one color. You get some dimension in it. Could have a little bit more of a... So you want to color that before that you... before you're going to glue that on your card. Now for the top there, I just use old olive here, did the leaves. You can blend that if you want, and then the little squirrely thing, I squirrely that with around it with the green. Put a little bit of green there. Use the crumb cake. Here we go. And I think that I like it with the face better. So we're going to go ahead, and I think it make it more Halloween with the face. So we're going to go ahead and put the face. That's going to be, if I can find my block. So we're going to go ahead and, because it's photopolymer, I'm using Memento ink. If it would be red rubber, I would use my Stays On. Here we go. So now I got my little face. Now what we can do, it's first let's do our around this here. I like to use Memento when it's little piece, not Memento, multi-purpose glue, the Tombow glue. When it's little piece like this, it make it easier for me to use this glue. Many ask me about the fine tip glue. For some reason, I don't find it strong enough. So I like the Tombow much better. So now we got this, and this close perfect. So you see it's black with the black. I just wanted to try something different, but the black won't show much because now we got our pumpkin. We're going to use dimensional, and we're going to glue that, raise that up with dimensional. So let's put a few dimensional in the back of this. And while I get the dimensional out, I use the bat in the Halloween scares. Okay, now this should fit right here. Gonna put that right there. And I got my Halloween bat, and I should be able to put that right here. So that's why I want it a little bit shorter, my flap. So now see, I can put my bat right here. Oops. You want to make sure you don't see that dimensional there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a dimensional, and we're going to cut the dimensional in two. So that's going to make it easier because our piece, it's a little bit small. Here we go. Going to put that right there. Going to take my bat. It's just to give something so it can, your card going to grab there. So now when it open, boom. And then I pre-cut and pre-stamp my insert. The insert for inside the card, measure 4 by 5 1/4, and this is going to come right here. And voila, my friend, that is it. And now when you close it, it's just flap under. So very simple. I could even take the bat and stamp some of the bat there. And we get the little bats in the stamp set. So let me try this. Oh, that is perfect. And then we're going to open that up and we're going to put more bats over here. Here we go, my friends. So very, very simple. I'm going to have all the measurement and the size of all the scallop and the circle and that I use on my blog. If you look at the top, you get the little circle with the eye, the icon there. I think I went off a little bit, but not much. Just click on that and you're going to have the link right there for my blog. Plus right below in the description, you get the link there. And right here on the right corner, you get the subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber of my YouTube, feel free to subscribe. And every time I download a video, you can be notified. Just make sure to click get notified, so you're going to be one of the first to get my video. Thank you so much, and again, have a lovely day, my friends. Thank you so much for your support.